Sup, everybody? How you guys doing? Not even that late today. Only 4 minutes late? That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. What's up? Or should I say, how's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday evening, baby? Yes. Sip. Let me get a tweet out real quick, like. Let's see. What should we say today? Oh, this is. Oh, hold on. Let me do this first. Okay. Now I could do this. Okay. Yeah. All right. Dearest. At Marvel Champions. The itemless Abyss run starts right. Let's say. Hold on. What do I want to say this? Right. Crap. I don't know how I want to start this. I don't know how I want to say this. Itemless Abyss run starts right. Not now. Let's say that. Right, not now. See you in 2025, maybe. Yes, now. Okay. And this run starts right not now. Okay. Good. Tweet. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? What's up, BG? How's your favorite Diablo boss? Are you saying who? Who's my favorite Diablo boss? I mean, it's gotta be Mephisto, right? I don't know. I mean, Mephisto's just so cool. Probably Diablo, really. But I've killed Mephisto more than any other boss by far. But Diablo is actually the most fun to kill. Something about the Chaos Sanctuary gets me going, you know what I mean? Trampo Trav, first one in here. Followed by Luca Sinoj, am I saying that correctly? Shark, Gaming with Ty, Lakers Bodyguard, Zolo Harris, we got Sidonian, Nolo Lobo, Star, pantless from day one. It's true, I'm not wearing pants right now. Abyss isn't as bad as advertised. Lags almost did a unitless run. Dang, crazy. That's what I expected. I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch any of it, so I'm sure it's very hard, but I'm also sure people are getting through it okay. Didn't get a chance to ask yesterday, but congrats on the on-screen. What was the issue, out of curiosity? Shark, I don't fully know. It goes like this. In my OBS option thing, for what I want to display, I saw some weird Windows thing. I didn't know, some Windows program basically that I could display, and I was like, what the hell is this? I've never installed anything like this. So I disabled that. That didn't fix it, but then at least it triggered me to think, hey, maybe it's nothing to do with OBS, maybe it's nothing to do with Firefox or any web browser for that matter, because I also couldn't get it working with Chrome. For some reason, neither of them were working, and then I just ended up uninstalling a whole bunch of crap. Or actually, I shouldn't say uninstall, disabling some Windows stuff. Still didn't fix it. I restarted my computer and it was fixed, so I'm guessing it was one of those things, but I don't know exactly what. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. The weird thing is, like, I don't really go out of my way to download or turn on Windows features or any of that stuff. So I don't know what the deal was, but that's what happened. Lakers Bodyguard sent it over too. Oh my goodness. It must be. What are those? Are those ferrets? I can't tell. They're so small. For some reason, some emojis come through like normal size, and some come through all teeny. Are those seals, maybe? It can't be a seal, can it? But Lakers bodyguard, dude, thank you very much for the 2, man. I appreciate it. It's got a little big D action going on here. I'm going to reciprocate all of these fantastic emojis that you sent over with a fantastic one of these. Thank you very much, dude. Get some cutoffs on screen. All right. But Art of Chaos in here. What's up, dude? Joe Mama, like his bodyguard, of course. Roboto. Windows tries to always enable a lot of disabled functions. I can't confirm this, but it definitely feels like it because I've disabled a lot of programs I know I've disabled before. I think you're right. I think I know what you're saying. Where there'll be like a Windows update and an option that you had disabled, it re-enables it type of thing. I don't know what the deal is with all that crap, but yeah. Dear BG, can you please start a Crystallis account? I will not be doing that, no. Thank you for the suggestion, though. All right, anyway, let's get into it, man. I gotta dump a little bit of energy. Itemless Abyss? Yeah, eventually, guys. Eventually. Just give me some time, you know. All right, I'm almost done with Master. This is my Abyss right here. This is my version. It's Master Mode Event Quest. Pretty exciting, huh? I think I only had the left side left to do. Yeah. Let's do this energy dump quick. I have to figure out what I want to do. So when I left for Loki, I had the idea to maybe do different types of streams, because if I don't know, I feel like I don't need to do as much arena grinding in some sense, you know, if I don't need to keep up with gold donations, battle chip donations, that sort of thing. I still want units, of course, and I do still need to get some amount of gold and battle chips and all that stuff, but I kind of want to maybe change up the nighttime streams instead of all arena. I want to learn about some of these champions that I don't know much about. Like Sunspot, for example. You know how many questions I get about Sunspot that I just can't answer because I don't know enough about him. There's a bunch of characters like that. I don't know the right way to do it though. I don't want to make them all just like testing stream type things, and you know. So I don't know what I want to do. But anyway, for right now, I'm gonna continue on with the just arena grinding. I want to get Mysterio anyway, so whenever I'm grinding for a champion, of course, it's just gonna be arena. But not that the basic takes that long to get. But anyway, I mean, to be fair, like 5% of your stream is actual arena. It's true. It's true. BG, when are you going to do that Squirrel Girl a cornucopia event? I don't really know exactly. I was saving that for like Sunday nights when there was nothing else going on. But we're gonna have a new champion to test this Sunday, right? I don't know, I'll do it eventually. Have you seen any of the Abyss today? I have not. Master is Abyss level for level 10 summoners. It's true, yeah. Yeah, did you think that the Abyss was scary from the point of how much time it took seeing it complete? I hope there is a shorter path for first run. Well, I didn't see his run, but the Abyss, if it's anything like Labyrinth, which it's the follow-up to Labyrinth, I think, right? The paths are probably going to be pretty long. I think that's by design. Will not you play Abyss of Legend? Correct. Yeah, I'm not doing Abyss. Not tonight. I'll do it eventually, but I don't know what to say, guys. Part of me doesn't want to talk about stuff like this, but it's the truth, man. So I can't lie any longer. The data mine info really killed any sort of desire for me to do the Abyss. Like, I love exploring stuff like that. The fact that you can't see the map, I love it. But everything got revealed ahead of time. So I just don't have any desire to do it right now. I will do it eventually, and yeah, it's just the way it is, man. I was trying my best not to talk about it too much before the Abyss was released. Don't want to kill any hype. And I still don't really want to talk about it, but that is the truth. What BG, did you watch any of the Abyss streams today? Did not. So do you think you might try to stay? Yeah, just talking about that. No. Eventually I'll do it, but like I said, the most interesting part for me was killed before the event even got announced. So I was never really too hyped for the Abyss, you know. But there's still plenty of other things that I like about this game. So yeah, it's not like I'm quitting the game or anything. It's just, yeah. BG, I've completed Act 5 recently, and I grind the uncollected monthly event quest every month. When should I go for Variant 3? I have a maxed out 4-star Sentinel. Hold on. Completed Act 5 recently. I grind the uncollected every month. When should I go for Variant 3? Have a maxed out 4-star Sentinel. So Variant content is really designed for 5 stars. It's really designed for 5-star champions. With a 4-star Sentinel, you're gonna have a pretty damn tough time, man. To be honest, I probably wouldn't even try it with a 4-star Sentinel myself. Like you know, don't get me wrong. Can 4-star Sentinel do it? Yeah, sure. But it's just, would it actually be worth it? Probably not. You're probably better off going for something like the Cavalier title. Or, you said completed Act 5 recently. Is that 100%? Or is that just a single clear? Yeah, I would focus on that sort of thing. And then maybe start ranking up some champions to focus on, you know, start ranking up some 5-star champions to focus more on the variants. Call it the Champion Deep Dive series. I was thinking about names for it. Could be something like that. Haven't really decided on a name yet, but I definitely want to explore champions more, and not just have them be testing streams, but have them be slightly different, like just learning, not testing. I don't know the right way to say it. I don't know. I mean, until I do it, I guess I don't know exactly how it'd go. Yeah. Hello BG, this is a rest area. No, this is not a Abyss comment. This is a break from all that. Rest up, soldier. You'll need it. Thanks, man. This is a rest area. Let's change the topic. I haven't caught a stream in a while. How's it been since leaving for Loki? It's been fine. I miss the guys more than anything, more than the rewards. Of course, reward-wise, I still have to gotta think about that too. For the time being though, I have a good amount of crystals saved up. I've got some resources that are about to expire. Actually, I never checked the solo event or the solo event for today. It is level up. Wow. Okay. So I will be leveling up a champion today then. Not on stream. It's going to be what's it called? It's going to. I'm gonna rank up Sabretooth. I've been using Omega Red for the longest time, and Sabretooth will help out in my item list runs to finish up 6.2.6. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go with Sabretooth as a rank up. EJ, I've been doing arena this week for the acorn thing. It's been awful. Roboto. I don't think there's any acorns right now, is there? In the milestones? I think it's only for the feature champions. So when Nova hits the arena. Or is there something else I'm unaware of? Oh no, Roboto. Have you just been playing arena thinking you're getting acorns? I wonder if Kabam will ever address the data mining stuff, or if they will do something about it. Probably not. I don't think. To be honest, I don't think there's anything they can do. I think that's just. It's every single game, you know. I don't think it's like a thing with Kabam. Some games tend to hide stuff better than others, it seems, but yeah. Mr. PG, thank you for the advice to beat Mighty Charge and Uncollected with the rewards. Ranked 4, my 5-star Warlock. Nice, man. Congrats. Happy you got through it. PG, please explain how should I defeat Act 4 Maestro? If you're talking about with leaving Arc Overload up, I got a few tips for you. One, try to push Maestro to his special 2 since it's easier to evade. You could also use champions that have auto-evade, like Stark Spidey here, to help evade the special 1. It is evadable manually, too. It's just, you know, kind of difficult. And to prevent the healing, well, you've got a few options. Either you can just power through with champions that deal a lot of damage, or you can use champions that have some sort of heal block, or you can use a champion that has lots of debuffs. With the Despair Mastery, that will also disable the healing pretty much. And then just find a video so that you can get used to the animations and should be good to go. It's a tough fight, but it's definitely doable. Said the Abyss would take months. Nothing ever takes months, man. With the power of Unit Man on your side, you know. Hey, for some people it'll take months. It'll take longer than months for me, probably. BJ, have you heard about the negative balance accounts from the gifting events? I've heard about it, but I haven't seen the screenshots to know how bad it is. I imagine it's pretty bad for some people, but I have heard about it. Opinions on Mr. Sinister's potential with Max Sig. Nothing special. I remember he was one of the champions that I used in the content creator program, where he was at max sig level, and it wasn't anything too impressive. I see him more as a defender. He's got some decent utility otherwise, but I think he's mostly a defender. It is scary that my whole alliance wants completion of Abyss. Because so many YouTubers did it today, I'm going to fall behind on prestige. Well, I'm sure there's not going to be all 30 members in your alliance completing it day 1, right? And having a champion to rank up with the resource they get, I think you'll be all right. Don't let it scare you too much, man. Yeah. No, not everyone's going to be completing it right away. EG, when are you going for Abyss? I'm not, man. I mean, eventually, at some point I will, but yeah. I don't know. I guess I might have to make a video about it or something, but really all the data mine stuff just killed my desire for the Abyss before it even got announced. Try my best to not talk about it before it was released. Because I didn't want to kill the hype or anything. But now that it's out, I feel like I could at least say it a little bit more. It just crushed my desire to explore. Like I was really looking forward to not knowing who the final boss was ahead of time. Kind of that old school gaming feel where you don't know what's, you you're going deeper into a cave or a dungeon or something like that. You don't know what's at the end of it. Yeah, I miss that feeling. But hey, man, there's plenty of other people doing it. If you want to see it done and all that, yeah. Like I said, eventually I'll do it at some point, maybe when I need the rewards or something. Maybe I will try to do it itemless, however long that takes. I don't know. Sometimes you are a square, BG. Sure. BG, how much do you know about Doom? Just polls. How important is his awakening ability and sig level? It's not. His awakening ability, maybe for some things it matters, but for the most part, you don't need a sig level. You don't need him awakened. Yeah, he's good just as is. I don't know a ton about him because I don't have him as a high level. That's another champion that I'd like to play more. Even just my 4-star, just kind of learning a bit more with him. Yeah. Sup, dog? What's up, Lags? How's it going, man? They show you the final boss in the very beginning? Oh, do they? Oh, well that's kind of lame right there then. Hey, BG. Wait, hold on. Have you ever ranked up a 5 or 6-star champion on impulse? You strike me as the type to be measured about everything. Well, I did do this one thing called... I did do this one thing called Rank Up Roulette, where I did just spin out a crystal, see who I pulled, and ranked up that champion. It happened to be Jane Foster. There's been a few times that I haven't like been super calculated about my rank up, but for the most part, that's one of my favorite parts about this game is that we don't have an unlimited amount of supplies, and we gotta be really careful with who we use our supplies on, you know? So. When will you play Abyss of Legends? Not for a long time. I'll do it itemless in 2025. So Brian, the farming paid off. Only spent 240 units on Abyss initial clear, and still got lots of potions. Damn, Lags, only 240 units? That's nothing, man. Nice job. Well done. Who is your supplier, BG? Of? Supplier of? I'm trying to think about the last things we were talking about. I don't know what supplier you're talking about. Pull the 6-star Clairvoyant. Should I use my last Mystic Awakening gem or save it? Save it. Claire is a fantastic champion. Some regard her as the best Mystic in the game. But she does not need to be awakened. EG, please explain. Should I rank up my 5-star The Hood or max out my 4-star Mordo? Oof, man. I guess rank up your 5-star Hood. Some people like Hood. To be honest, I'm not a big Hood fan myself. He's great if you use Ghost, because that's Ghost's best synergy pretty much. Having Hood on the team. Debatable, right, with Wasp. But anyway, if you use Ghost, then you're also going to be using Hood a lot. But yeah, I mean, definitely 5-star Hood over 4-star Mordo. But I guess I'm just not a gigantic fan of both of those champs. Got 2 solos in Abyss so far. One with my boy Torch and one with Doom. Nice, dude. Wow. I actually didn't think anybody would be getting solos this early on. That's impressive. BG, which shampoo to use? Turtle brand wax. I usually go for the lemon scent, although today I'm going with sporting a pine fragrance. It's quite nice. I think that Seaton relied on data mine information. Everybody did. If you did Abyss today, yes. If you did a bit any time in the future, yes. There's no way around it. It's impossible not to use it. I haven't looked at it, and if I did Abyss today, people in the chat who saw the data mine info would be telling it to me, so I would be relying on it too. There's no way around it. How many 4-stars you got rank 5? 61 at the moment. 61 at rank 5. Also, rank 3 hype today. Now, who do I give the 2016 Cosmic 3 to 4 hype or Venom? Both unduped. Ooh, Roboto. Ooh. That's a tough call, man. I mean, I use Hyperion more than I use Venom, but I use Venom quite a bit. Do you have any of the... Is there any possible way to get a 2015 gem? Did you already use those? Because only one of those champions is 2015. Are you able to... are you able to... like, did you already do variant 1 and 2 100%? Or... I'm more inclined to say hype, regardless. But it's a tough call, man. It's a pretty tough call. They're both amazing champions. I love them both. You're asking me to pick between my cosmic overgrown children. BG doing an Abyss clear sometime in 2025, yeah. No time soon. If there... Wait, what? If there's repeat Infinity Man in there? Oh, was there repeats? Was it Pete and repeat falling off a boat? I got that Joe Rogan shine going on right now. Wow, thank you. Uh-oh. Dun-dun. 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 Lola. Lola's gonna do the Abyss for me. That's my plans for the Abyss. Lola's gonna do it for me. BG, do you think it's worth it to keep Suicides on to complete Act 5? Most of my champs are Suicide friendly, but others like Cap, Infinity, and Domino aren't as much. I don't know your exact situation, you know? I don't know all of the champions that you have and that are ranked up and who you like to use and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I could really make that decision for you. It's like it doesn't really matter the content that you're doing. So you don't really have to ask like for Act 5 type of thing. It's more about, yeah, just whatever champions you find yourself using most. So yeah, I can't really say. It depends on who you're using most. Not every single champion is going to be Suicide friendly. Even the people who have Suicides on, they use champions that aren't Suicide friendly all the time. But it matters who you use the most. So, for example, when I'm doing 6.2.6, I'm relying on Mystic champions to get me through those fights, and Sim Supreme. Actually, Sim Supreme, that's a bad example because Sim Supreme is not even that bad with Suicides if you use a special 3. But yeah, it really just depends on who you're using most. It's fine to leave them on if you're mostly using the Suicide friendlies. Now, read my message today, BG. Wait, Pixie Bell, did I not just read yours? I could have sworn I just read yours. Maybe I didn't. You look a lot more shinier tonight. Maybe I didn't read that one. Maybe I just read someone else's comment about my shiny head. BG, when you did Labyrinth, did you use that map that was available? So kind of the same idea as how people use data mine today, no? I did use the map that was available, yeah. And then I worked really hard to make sure I would be able to do it without that info for the next time, and there's no way around it. There's no way around it. I'm not looking to blame anyone or argue or anything like that. It's just how I feel. I miss the feeling of venturing into the complete unknown. Knowing the fights ahead of time, it takes away a lot of what would make me enjoy the content. That's all it is. That's all it is. Omega Red does some weird blurry thing to your face, BG. I know. I know. My face is... Hold on. I just realized, did I ever... When I was playing around in my settings, maybe I set the wrong... Let me check something. No, I have it set right. Okay. Yeah, my face gets blurry, especially during special animations or combat. Anytime there's a lot going on screen, that's, yeah. For some reason, my face just goes blurry. I guess there's a lot more that needs to be processed versus the game. Even though I'm pretty much white as a ghost, there's like varying levels of white in my face, you know? Higher polygon count than these guys, yeah. What about Iron Man Mark 1? Oh, I know what that is now. The original Iron Man. You could have just said MK. Last time somebody asked me about that, I thought it was Mortal Kombat Iron Man. But wait, what about Iron Man Mark 1? Maybe there was a previous comment from you that I missed. Oh wait, I see. BG, do you think they should add Whiplash from Iron Man 2? I think I saw Iron Man 2. He had... That's the guy... He had, yeah, like whip type things, right? But they were like electric whips or something? Yeah, he'd be cool. I wouldn't mind. Quality and your FPS on your face cam is phenomenal. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know it goes blurry sometimes, but overall, it's pretty good, right? Hold on. Last couple for rank up stuff. What do we got here, Roboto? I need more Abyss all the time. Shark. One day she will go through the abyss. I've pulled 5 2015, 2016 skill gems. Barf, dude. Already used 2 of them. Oh, that's rough. That's very rough. Only variant I haven't 100% is 1, and that is not going to get done. Okay. All right. That's a tough call between those two still, but I'd probably go with I'd probably go with hype. Probably would. So BG, if your team is suicide friendly, are suicides worth using overall? Absolutely, yeah. Not only, like, I mean, when it comes to any mastery, the entire purpose of the masteries is to enhance your champions. And if you're not really taking much of the downside part of the suicide masteries, if you're immune to poison, immune to bleed, don't have to use special 1 or special 2 with high frequency, you gain more attack than you can with any other mastery. Like there's no better mastery for gaining attack. Nothing comes even close. I guess courage kind of comes close, but you have to be below 50% health. Or like assassin, where they have to be below 18% health, which is basically dead. I guess my comparison for suicides versus not suicides is something like this. Suicide, you know, it's like walking versus running almost. Maybe not quite as big of a difference. Maybe jogging and running. But when you have suicides on, you're running, man. Like you're just going through the game faster. You're kind of throwing caution to the wind at times. In arena, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna win this fight, right? Sometimes I'm gonna lose, but for the most part, yeah, I'm gonna win this fight. Doesn't matter if I'm taking a little bit of damage. And that's how it is for most areas of the game. Most areas of the game, you don't get any bonus points for finishing the fight with more health. As long as you finish the fight with some health, you're good. And if you can get through the content faster, you're just able to do more in this game overall. Even the no-lifers like me, we have a finite amount of time. So the more you can get done in that time, the more rewards you'll get overall for you know, free, I guess. Even though it costs units to get the mastery, so kind of not free at first, but yeah. Is the arena point gain big from the suicides? It's actually not that big. I forget the exact calculations, but you don't get that many extra points. The points are based off of your rating, the opponent's rating, the star level of your champion, and your PI goes up a bit with suicides, right? But it's not that big of a deal. What's nice though, two things. One, the fights are much faster. Partially due to you not needing to bait out specials. And then it's also just easier overall because the fights are faster, because you don't have to pay attention as much to them throwing specials. Building the infinite streak is so much more enjoyable with suicides compared to without. There's a lot less time where they're kind of just doing that stupid walk up to you, stand in your face, even though they're about to gain a special 3 and not throwing their special. Like, you know, it makes it a lot more enjoyable in arena. So the potion buff is awesome. Think they'll ever buff alliance potions. The potion buff is awesome, man. I was super unexpected. That's a huge buff. That's crazy, man. Hold on. Let's go take a look at the mail for that. That was super unexpected, man. Like, man. Even if they if they said ahead of time, even if they were like, "Hey, we're thinking about buffing the regular potions" or something like that, right? I would have never guessed the amount that they buffed them by. And I got some like kind of speculatory things with this. So first off, they buffed the level 4 and level 5 potions. They left out anything lower than that, which means we're also not going to be able to farm these new buffed up values, right? I mean, you could farm units and buy them, right? But you can't farm Winter Soldier for level 4 or level 5 potions. Which makes me think and wonder, like, maybe there's going to increase the value of our like maybe they're going to increase our champion's health a lot more. Maybe they can't keep increasing the attack as much. Maybe they have to increase that in smaller amounts. But maybe increase the health of our champions. So, hold on, I'll show you what I mean if we go to Aunt May. This is all speculation. Say it again. It's just the first thing I thought of when I saw this. If we look at... Let me bring you guys in. If we look at... I guess it doesn't matter who. Let's look at Doom. And we see Doom here, 6-star rank 3. And he's got, you know, almost 4K attack, 36,000 health. Maybe when it goes to 6-star rank 4, maybe they'll change it so that his attack, maybe it only goes up to like 4K or a tiny bit above 4K, but then maybe they'll jump his health up to like 50K, you know? Just make the change that way. I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of speculation. Maybe Maybe it was just long overdue, and instead of having a small buff, maybe they just made it a big buff. And maybe everything is going to still scale the same way. I think it's interesting to think about, at least. It looks it would kind of slow fights down in a way, make them not so bursty. Where, you know, if you had 50,000 health, and you go to do, well, dang, I'm stuck in Master right now. But some of the later variants, they have like 10, 12k attack, you know? You eat a 5-hit combo, you're dead. So maybe they're trying to rebalance the game in such a way where if you eat a 5-hit combo from a champion like that has 12,000 attack, maybe you're not dead. You know? BGI speculate you got an internship at Kabam. No. I'd probably have to be in Canada for that. And know how to make video games. BG, you think they'll ever level... Hold on, they will ever level the RNG down by implementing a buying system for a Nexus system to even out the luck for people who can't pull a Domino Doom or Ghost and so on while others do? I mean, that's essentially what the Nexus Crystal is. I don't know how they're going to expand upon it. I'm sure they're going to expand upon it, though. I think they were just doing some initial tests and stuff like that. But I'm sure we'll see more. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be special offers in the store available. That will be like Nexus style, you know. What's up, B-Manny? What's up, Nick? You want to see equipable items like in Pokemon, something that you can give any of the visions and they phase like they're supposed to. I would love to see an item system as well. I had a mock item system video that I put together a while back of how I thought that would go. And I still think it's a good idea. I mean, I 100% believe that they were working on an item system until a lot of people in the community didn't want an item system, basically. So with all those people voicing their concerns about it, they I guess changed directions. I think that's what kind of spurred the whole unique synergy thing. Maybe they were gonna do both. I don't know, but maybe they only started doing going with the unique synergy route because of the canceled items. I can't remember all the timing on that. If we had some unique synergies already starting before 12.0 or not. Thanks for all the info and data you provide for the community. Thanks, man. Swear you should be a math teacher like Prof. I almost was a math teacher, actually. Back in the day when I was actually good at math. These days, my math skills, they've diminished. What up, BG? Is a 4-star Mysterious worth grinding for? Mysterio? I don't think he's going to make a huge impact for a lot of people that pick him up as a 4-star. But he's also not going for that high, so... You know, he went for a little over 2 million last round. If you're able to put up a number like that without too much effort, then yeah, he's worth it. You're asking a little late in the game, though. We got like less than 12 hours left in the arena, I think, right? Today's the final day? Yeah, today's the final day. Slim Mike, sent it over 5. Slim Mike, thank you very much. Saying I've watched way too much MCOC gameplay today. Been fun though. Seaton's run was epic. Look forward to yours. Thanks, man. Appreciate the 5. I hope you're still around in 2025 when I do it. Yeah, thank you, dude. I appreciate the 5, man. Thank you very much. Is anyone else doing it right now? I think Hold on, hold on, hold on. Pete said he was going to be doing it today, right? Oh, yeah. Pete is live right now, by the way. If you guys are looking for more of that hot Abyss action, that hot, steamy Abyss action, Pete's in there. He's going hard. Possibly someone else too, but just at a quick glance I saw Pete. Now I'm thinking the potion buff is to incentivize buying potions over farming. Yeah. So okay. So I didn't really finish my explanation too, but yes, absolutely. You know, I actually asked them about this at Comic-Con. I don't remember their full answer. I asked them, like, if it was ever intended, like, if it was something that Kabam thought about, if players, like if players were going to be grinding Winter Soldier over and over, like, I just want to get a general feel of their thoughts. This was at the most recent Comic-Con, so players have been farming Winter Soldier for years. No, this was not an attempt to get it nerfed or anything like that. I was just genuinely curious about it. I don't remember exactly what they said. I think they weren't too concerned with it. I think it was something like, wasn't fully intentional, but, like they were fine with it or something, man. I don't want to put words in their mouth, you know? But I did ask them about it. And anyway, but yeah, I do think, like, let's say they do what I was thinking and massively increase champions' health for 6-star, rank 4 and higher and stuff like that. That would make farming potions that much less valuable. At the same time, you kill Winter Soldier faster, so every rank up you kind of do kill faster, and even though the potions don't heal as much health, it kind of balances out. But if they kind of throw the balance in more health way, and yeah, it definitely incentivizes players to buy potions over farming. Yeah. UG Seton just proved today he would win in a fight between you two. Of course, man. Yeah. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. Yeah. Novarenas are going to bring acorns? They are, yeah. So back when he wore shirts 3 sizes too large? What? What? My dad's bigger than your dad. JetWoo 2020. Basically, man. Oh, man. That was the best part about being a kid. I'll just get my dad to beat up your dad. But yeah, it'll for sure incentivize people to buy potions more, without a doubt. Surprising though, man. I guess it's most surprising that it was the regular potions instead of the Alliance potions. The Alliance potions, I feel like people have been wanting buffed and have asked for them to be buffed way more than the regular potions, right? They just refuse to buff those Alliance potions, man. BG the Abyss, are you doing? Looks easy. Looks easy. I don't know about easy, but I'm not gonna be doing anytime soon. I did think it was gonna be easier relative to where the community's at compared to when Labyrinth came out. I don't know if that's held true or not. I haven't watched any streams of it, but it seems like it's getting completed relatively quick. There are 2 guys streaming right now with contrasting hairstyles. Yeah, that's true. Pete, one day he'll have good hair. I'm confident. Until then, Best hair in MCOC. Don't mind if I take that title myself. BG, going to do Abyss in 2025? Yeah. Yeah, 2025. Talking about that high school pick, you said back when you were good at math. Oh, yeah. In high school, I was really good at math. High school and earlier. And that was... Yeah. Wait, that shirt in the pic looked like it was eating you? Was it that big? I mean, if that was 9th grade... So that picture was 9th grade. The summer before 9th grade, I was running a fair bit. Until I broke my ankle, at least. So I might have just lost a little bit of weight before that picture was taken. I don't know if that picture was taken at the start of the year or what. I'm guessing it was if it was like an ID card type of thing. We never had to use any ID cards for anything. Back then, I didn't even carry a wallet in the 9th grade, so I didn't carry my ID card. Yeah, it might have been a time where I just lost a little bit of weight at least. I don't know. I was still overweight, but yeah. Over halfway through, I think. It's tough, but not Labyrinth tough when it dropped this path anyway. That's what I mean, the community, our knowledge of the game and everything, it's evolved so much. And some of the champions we have access to and stuff like that. Just more people being ready for something like this compared to Labyrinth, where I think there was there were people doing Labyrinth immediately, don't get me wrong, but it feels like just in general there's more people ready for Abyss. When are you doing Abyss? Not for a while. EG, you watched the Abyss streams today? Mr. Cookie Liz, what's up, dude? I did not. Was unable to check out the streams today. And the units, can't forget the units. What, for the Abyss? Yeah, the Abyss looks pretty easy if you have the right champs at rank 5. I mean, I'm sure it's, I don't want to... I'm sure it's tough as hell, too. Like, I'm just saying relative. There was a lot of people who wanted to do Labyrinth back then who didn't even have... Like, there just weren't many options back then. Especially, well, after Dold got added, I guess. After the Dold node got added, it was basically Star-Lord or bust. So if you didn't have a 5-star Awakened Star-Lord, good luck. People still did it, but... But yeah. I mean, of course, if you have the right champions, been playing the game for years, got the units, of course, people are going to get through it. No doubt. BG, you're a 5th streamer I'm watching after Seat and KT lags. Pete, hashtag 12 hours on YouTube. Oh, man. Yeah, man. I think I'm the only one out of that list not doing Abyss, right? Yeah. Here are my nominees for hashtag Hair of the Year 2019. Brian Grant, Rich the Man, Panda Man, Pete. In that order? Yeah, I could see it, you know. Rich and Pete, they've got some good hair, but... I mean... Don't make me go big head mode. I'll really show you these locks. New champs definitely making it easier, yeah. Rocket Raccoon was the poor man's Star-Lord back in the day. Well, even... Actually, yeah, wait, hold on. Did people use... I can't remember if people actually used Rocket or not. Did they? I know basically it was like this. I mean, after the initial revisions of Labyrinth, after the initial revisions, is pretty much Star-Lord or bust, and then like the second best champion people were using was Storm, I want to say, and then people used all kinds of just whatever they could to get through the content. Electra, some other options. I mean, options started opening up, especially after Gwenpool came out. Gwenpool was great for the initial clear of Labyrinth, at least. Gwenpool was terrible for a 100% clear. That was kind of a miserable time. I enjoyed it because, well, I enjoy the misery sometimes. But, oh man, compared to watching somebody go through it with Star-Lord, like that was... Maybe I should have just awakened my Star-Lord. Maybe you guys were right back then. When I had an awakening gem, I had Star-Lord. I was like, nah, I'm good. Maybe it was a bad idea. We're going to do Abyss of Legends, and I'm going to do it itemless in 2025. They will had Dold and Limber. People would find it harder. So there really is no Limber on those fights, huh? I was kind of curious if there was going to be some hidden Limber type of effect, but yeah, I guess not. It's refreshing to get into a normal stream after big beefy Abyss bosses. Huh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, cool though. Hashtag eat toilet YouTube repeat. Oh man, I hope you're not eating the toilet. I hope that's not what you're saying. Just run for the fun of it right now, just to see how far you can get. Not right now. I'm gonna use the Abyss as like a testing ground for new champions. At some point, but yeah. Apparently there's a full map going around now as well. Did they make it public? It's the problem with data mine, man. You don't know. People know what's publicly data mined. People don't know what's kept private. So yeah. Did I tell you guys I love data mined? Oh man, I love it so much. When all the info gets released about a game before you can play it. I love it. No Limber, but the Warfare charges will get you. I bet. How fast do they go down again when you're not hitting the opponent? Was it 8 seconds? You think a rank 5 5-star Nick Fury could easily do initial clear of Labyrinth? Yeah. Pretty easily, I want to say. The bleed immune fights are gonna suck for sure, but his damage isn't that bad. The only problem with Nick Fury is you want his real Nick Fury mode going. Which of course means you're not going to be starting the fight with a lot of health, and if you're not starting the fight with a lot of health, there's like a double downside to it. Of course, you can't take that many hits before you die, for one, and for two, the opponent's their attack actually scales proportionate to the amount of health that you're missing, so their attack goes up. You start a fight with 30% health. Even the parries that, like successful parries and stuff, are going to be a bit nastier. You can get Nick going unblockable though, so you don't have to necessarily eat a lot of block damage and stuff, but yeah. Christopher Cordova sent it over to you though. Thank you very much. Saying, how do you feel about those that will fall behind because of no rank 3? I wouldn't stress it too much. I think it's easy to think about some people getting rank 3s, and then you start to think, oh man, everybody's gonna have rank 3s. I wouldn't stress it too much. Even people who complete the Abyss, they might not have champions to take up to rank 3 right away. They might be sitting on those resources for a while anyway, you know. But the content's there, you know. There's a way to get it. Before the Abyss came out, man, there was just, if you didn't spend a lot, what could you really do to get rank 3s? At least now there's a way to get them in-game. And also, there's going to be other ways to get them in-game going forward. Even if you can't do Abyss right away, I'm sure... I was going to go look at the event quest, but I forgot I'm still logged in here. I'm sure, like, Kabam already confirmed that they're going to have a Cavalier mode soon. So I'm sure that's going to... We're going to see a few more Tier 5 class Kalos stuff there. But even still, like, all this stuff... At the end of the day, you know, play the game at your own pace, I would say. Of course, alliances complicate things a little bit more. You don't really want to, you know, you want to keep up with your alliance. I'd say that's the most important thing. But yeah, I really don't think it's going to be an issue right away. If you don't have a rank 3 6-star a year from now, or you know, that's even too long. If you don't have a rank 3 6-star, maybe, I don't know, 6 months from now or something, that might be a problem. But you've got time. I think you've got time. But it's also a little bit hard to predict the future. You know, that's just kind of how I see it right now. That could certainly change, or I could be wrong. So we'll kind of have to see how the game plays out. But Christopher, thank you very much for the 2, man. I appreciate it. Nick isn't good for Maestro. Yeah, I know. Against Maestro, most skill champions are not. I mean, his damage isn't that bad though, right? It's regular damage. Or wait, does he not gain his Furious Fury? I don't know how that works. I don't remember how that Maestro works entirely against skill champions. It's just like all your abilities fail, right? I think. From a top 5 alliance, trust me, a lot won't have a rank 3 anytime soon. Quite a few don't have a rank 2 yet. There you go. It's tough. It's tough to get the right champion, first off, let alone having everything else kind of line up. All right. Mysterio's a lock, 2.6. There's no way this is going to miss, so I'm done there. Let's get some other easy milestones going. I guess I'll hit my 6 stars real quick just to get 1,000,000 points in this arena and call it there. Get a little bit of shards at least, yeah. I'm torn between wanting food and the fact that I know I should just go to sleep. Star. I've been there several thousand times in my life. I'm sure many of us have. It's tough. The best thing is definitely just to go to sleep, but food and hunger and food. It's easy to be like, yeah, no, you should just go to sleep. But when you're hungry, it's not easy. How do they not have rank 2 yet? I have 2 rank 2 and my PI is below 900k. Well, they could have rank 2s. It's not that, you know, anyone in a top 5 alliance or... I don't even know. Like, yeah, no, they could have several rank 2s if they want. But it's probably a similar reason to the reason why I don't have a rank 2. It's just... 5-star champions, in many ways, are better than 6-star champions. It's not across the board, right? Like, 6-star Corvus Awakened is going to be better than 5-star because the SIG level doesn't really matter. But for a lot of champions, SIG level matters, or just pulling the right champion to begin with, or pulling and awakening the right champion. Awakening gems are certainly going to help that out, and we're going to start to see more awakening gems for sure. I honestly can't believe we didn't get a 6-star awakening gem for Cyber Monday, but you can bet 4th of July is going to see one. And of course, we already have a couple from Labyrinth. Probably the completion of all, 100% of Act 6. So that's going to speed the process up a bit. What am I doing? Am I going to... Alright, hold on. I guess I should build up my multiplier a little bit. Just before round 6s. BG, sending all my workplace harassment your way. Thank you, Black Seraphim. Appreciate it, man. these emojis, man. The eggplant combined with the underage one. Why? Why is there even an underage emoji? Why is that there, man? It makes me uncomfortable. Would you verse KT for itemless Labyrinth run for 100 bucks? No. First off, that 100 bucks, somebody would have to hold that for a while. Years. Years. Plus, it's not an even playing field. He's got a few more champions than I do, you know? GG, what do you think of gingerbread cookies? I like them. I don't eat them a lot, but I like them, yeah. Rank 2 dupe Sunspot here. Nice, Jawu. Got my tonsils out yesterday, and because of miscommunication between the surgeon and pharmacy, still haven't gotten pain meds. Oof. This stream's the only thing keeping me alive at the moment. Damn. Oh. I cannot even imagine that pain, dude. That is rough. Whew. BG took Guillotine 2099 up, rank 5, and had another rank 5 choice between Nick Fury, Starkey, and Corvus, considering the importance of immunities versus synergy benefits, and decide on Nick Fury for synergy purposes. Thoughts? I think it's a good choice. It's really hard to say what the best choice is there. Nick Fury might be the best choice. There's a ton of factors that go into it, but yeah, I mean, ranking up Nick Fury in general is it's hardly ever a bad choice, you know. He's so useful in many ways. To be honest, I probably don't enjoy playing Nick Fury as much as other people do. I don't hate it. Sometimes getting those big bleeds is really fun and going unblockable and stuff like that, but I imagine I'm compared to most people, I'm just like, yeah, he's okay. But then you know, even for me, someone who just finds him to be okay to play, once you factor in the synergies and all that stuff, it elevates him to be pretty darn good. And of course, in the right situation, he's a freaking monster. I've definitely had some good times with him too. BG, go for Abyss Legends. At some point I will. No time soon. It's fine. I remember when Act 5.4 was the best progression you could have. Now we have Abyss of Legends and Act 6.4 coming. I'm old. Time flies in this game, man. Time flies. Feels like it was just yesterday that Act 5.4 was out, but it has been a while. Alright, let's go back to the 6 stars. That should be plenty enough in the multiplier. I'm only really going for the 3 million. Or 1 million, sorry. But you don't like Nick due to suicides. Wait, due to suicides nerf? Cough, cough, 4,500 units arena? I mean, I didn't really get a chance to play suicides before the nerf. If that's what you're talking about, like way back in the day when suicides got nerfed. I had just started unlocking them. I had willpower unlocked. I had coagulate unlocked. I was saving all my units for suicides and all that. But then they got nerfed right before. I think. Yeah, that's going way back. Or maybe you're just saying he feels nerfed with suicides, which he definitely In most situations, yeah, I'd rather play the champion without suicides. Not all, but most. That definitely has something to do with it. I think it's mostly just champions that cause bleed in general. I just don't enjoy as much. No, the Deadpool synergy. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, dude. That completely went over my head. Yeah. The bench video that I made. Alright, yeah. I did spend 4,500 units in that arena. And yeah, that nerf. Oh, man. I tried to block that out of my memory. But yeah. That was the original reason I got him. But in general, something with me and bleed champions, we've never gotten along. Of course, there's tons of bleed immunes in this game. I think way back in the day, when I initially didn't enjoy bleed champions, they weren't nearly as strong. Like way back in the day when I first started making videos, people, I would always say, yeah, I'm just not into bleed champions. But the best bleed champions were like Black Panther, Deadpool, X-Force, like these garbage champions. There weren't as many bleed immunes, but they just the characters with bleed kind of sucked. Oh, whoops! I don't want to run 5 stars. I want 6 stars. Oh God, where's the? Oh, there we go. Reset. And then they started making some really strong bleed champions. But then they quickly made a whole bunch of bleed immune champions, and yeah. For a little while there, I really enjoyed, like Gwenpool. I loved Gwenpool. I still enjoy her to some degree, but then after Blade came out, it was just like, okay, bleed immune, bleed immune, bleed immune. I bet 2 years there'll be another challenge harder than the Abyss of Legends. Maybe. I hope so. I hope they keep making new challenges. For the longest time, man, I was thinking they weren't even gonna make another labyrinth. Like, it was already, I think it was like a year. It was like over a year after Labyrinth came out. And went to Comic-Con, asked the devs, hey, are you guys working on the follow-up to Labyrinth? And they said no. And I was like, oh, of course you're going to say no. But you guys are working on it. I know you're working on it. And it turns out they were serious. Back then, they were not working on the follow-up to Labyrinth. Oh my God, did I really just die? I did just die. Yeah, they weren't working on the follow-up to Labyrinth back then. And so much time had passed. It's like, what the hell, man? What's going on? And then they started releasing the variants, and I was like, oh, this is what they're going to do. Instead of making more Labyrinth of Legends, Abyss of Legends stuff, they're just going to make these variant difficulties, and that's it. I'm happy they came out with the Abyss, even if I'm not doing it. I think the game needs these big types of challenges, and hopefully they keep doing them every so often. It's just good to have a variety of content in the game. You just pulled 5-star Colossus. Nice, man. I have a mutant gem, but don't know if I should wait for a better mutant. I need more bleed immune, but I don't know if Colossus is worth it because there's so many top-tier mutants. It's a tough call. I think Colossus is one of the best champions in the entire game. He's not quite on the level of, like... I sometimes call them, like, the big 3. I think other people do, too. I don't think it's just me. Which would be, in no particular order, Ghost, Omega, Corvus. Those are, like... Yeah, I don't know. Those champions, to me, are on like another level. But then, of course, you could include other champs like Thing and Quake and some others. But anyway, I don't. Maybe they're not quite on. Maybe Colossus isn't quite on that level. but my God. Maybe he is, man. Like, he's so good. He's so good. He doesn't take very much damage while dishing out tons of damage, while being immune to so many different things. I don't know. He's really good, is all I'm saying. The thing about Colossus is I don't know how important his Awaken ability actually is. You can probably get by with him being unawakened. Save the Awakening Gem for someone that actually needs it. I believe for the longer fights, Colossus would need it, but hold on. I'm gonna go to Aunt May real quick. Actually, no, we can just look in game after this fight. I sometimes forget the wording on Colossus's ability. Don't really need to awaken Colossus. It's good, but not needed, especially early on in the game. Yeah. There we go. I think that's some pretty good advice. Let me see. Yeah, Colossus. So, it says, whenever one of Colossus' immunities protects him from an effect, he has a chance to gain an armor up buff lasting 15 seconds. And Colossus has a % chance to convert an expiring armor up into a permanent one. The second part of that is the important part. The first part is lovely, but the second part is the important part, because all of this guy's abilities work with gaining armor ups, especially when you look at his damage. I mean, most people would think, yeah, you gain armor ups, you're getting tankier, and that's absolutely true, right? 233 per armor is pretty nice. But what's unexpected is the amount of damage that you gain. So you gain essentially 55 crit damage rating per armor up buff. And in long fights, when you're able to keep, like, to get all those going, you can gain more than 20. But let's just say 20, since that's kind of... Or wait, how does that work? Because the personal armor up buff is max 20. You can gain more than 20 armor up buffs, but does that increase the crit damage rating too? Actually, no. Let's just say 20. 20 times 65 is 1,300. It's quite a bit. Quite a bit of crit damage rating, and then of course it increases your special and heavy attack based on armor rating, and then heavy attack again will give you a fury based on the armor, and then there's also a synergy with Emma Frost that works with the armor too. 2% increased power gain for each armor up buff, and yeah, all those things. Generally, I don't have Emma on the team with Colossus, but you could. It's not necessarily a bad idea, but usually I can't fit it when I already have like Omega Red Colossus Sabretooth. There's no more room for other mutants. But yeah, anyway, long story short, I would save the gem for someone who needs it more. Even though it'd be nice to get him awakened, you know? You only have 20 permanents, but you could have more than 20 temp, so the special 2 and the immunities can push you over 20, but the permas will never increase past it. Yeah, that part I know. What I'm curious of is how that scales with this little top section here. I think it increases these stats too. I mean, the armor it would have to, right? But the way it's worded, where it says max 20. Based on the damage numbers I see, I'm pretty sure that it increases it too, but it's don't know. A little bit of testing would solve that, but yeah. Good night. Good night. Say it back. Good night. Whoa, take it easy, man. Good night. All right. Anyway, let's go back. How good will Colossus be for 100% Act 5? Because I'm already Cavalier and I'm working on Act 5 100% now. I mean, he's one of the most useful champions all around. If you can, first off, if you could parry the opponent, Colossus will be good. Even in situations where you can't parry, he's still useful. But man, if you could parry them, Colossus is a beast. I thought about making a video. I don't, you know, I've never made a tier list video or a top 10 style video and stuff like that. I've had some slight variations of them. But I thought about maybe a good spin on that style video would say which champions have actually been the most useful for me. Which champions have I used the most to beat the toughest content type of thing, you know? And Colossus would be pretty high on that rank. Like, I don't know exactly where he'd be, but just going through my list here, Colossus, more useful than Phoenix, more useful than Mysterio, more useful than Namor. Thing is debatable because Thing I used in Alliance War, and I couldn't use Colossus for what I was doing with Thing in Alliance War, so maybe they're even, but just in different ways. Colossus, more useful than Medusa, more useful than Stark Spidey, not more useful than Omega Red, more useful than Thor, more useful than Dr. Voodoo, more useful than Captain America. I don't know how I'd compare it to Void. Similar though. like it's crazy how good he is, you know. He's been more useful for me than Corvus. It's not going to be true for everybody, but for me personally, he's been more useful than Corvus. More useful than Nick Fury. Hard to gauge Sim Supreme too, man. Sim Supreme's got me through some he's got me through the champion. 6.2.6, but outside of that, how much has he really done? So again, I don't know how you gauge something like that, but more useful than Man-Thing, more useful than Infinity Man, more useful than Morningstar, not more useful than Venom, not more useful than Hyperion. Probably would have been just as useful as Venom though, had I pulled him earlier. Like, I don't know. I would have to explain a lot of things, I guess, but the bottom line is I think Colossus is actually that good. He's I didn't think they were gonna make him that good when they did the rework. He's nuts. I got a huge calc test tomorrow, but I'm here watching your stream. Oh no, dude. Study up. Calc's important. You're always welcome in the stream, but gotta tell you, man, get those studies in. So basically, just parry heavy to max out damage from Colossus. Pretty much, yeah. It's like the quick version. There's some unique. I mean, there's some different things you could do with Colossus. Depending on who you're fighting and all that. I was thinking, like, if I was going up against the power gain opponent, like, I'm trying to think about how I want to play Colossus versus Punisher in 6.2.6. You know, we'll go take a look at that after this fight. Oh my god, this is... I wish I could actually incinerate this guy for it to deal damage. He's dead anyway. BG would really love a detailed vid on Colossus. Just took mine to rank 4. Really enjoying him. Got my eye on the rank 5 button. I mean, he's on my list, but there's some other videos I'm working on first. And I've been a little slow to get out videos lately, so it wouldn't be super soon. But yeah, I mean, Colossus, he's amazing. So eventually, I absolutely want to make a guide for him. But okay, here's what I'm thinking about for Colossus. I'm trying to think about the best way to use him against this Punisher right here that has Limber, that has 200% increased power gain. That's really well, and also aspect of evolution. So I want to build my armor ups. I think against this fight I have to just forego the idea of trying to use a heavy attack out of parry stun against this guy. There's just no way with Limber that it would be worth it. Like, I could do that at the start of the fight, but it's not going to deal enough damage. He's going to gain power super quick. Yeah, I think I just need to forget about that, get that on my mind. And the way I would play against this guy is just parry over and over and over again. Even though the stuns aren't going to last very long because of Limber, they're going to essentially get down to nothing. But your parries actually do a little bit of damage with Colossus. And each parry also gives you an armor up. I should have put Colossus on this team. Hang on. This way we could look at both characters together. What was I thinking? There we go. You know what? We're gonna go with the full team that I would be using in this quest, just in case I want to look at anything else. So I need 4 5-star mutants, which would be these guys. Whoops. There we go. And then Void. Okay. So, as I was saying, if we look at Colossus, your parry stuns deal a little bit of damage. Or just parrying, whatever. Here we go. Well-timed blocks. The third bullet point there. If Colossus has the parry mastery, this stun debuff is disabled. It's weird wording because of, like, he essentially stuns anyway. But anyway, don't worry about that. And instead a successful parry also deals some direct damage. It's not a ton of direct damage, but it's a little bit. 1162. I never really paid attention to see if that scales with, like, suicide masteries and other attack increasing things. I don't think it does. Maybe it does. Hold on. Now I gotta test that. 1162. Okay. This will be important if the damage scales. Let's go find out. We gotta go to Realm of Legends. Quick detour. Let's see. I'll just throw this team in here. The other thing I wanted to talk about with Colossus is that you gain armor ups, though, each time you parry. And I'll look at that real quick, too. Okay. So, the second bullet point there, if contact is made by basic attacks, Colossus has a 100% chance to inflict... Oh, no, that was not the right... It was the top one. How did I... Anyway, let's move past it. The top one, 100% chance to gain an armor up buff lasting 15 seconds. So if all this guy's abilities work off of armor up buffs, I should try to gain as many armor up buffs as possible before dealing damage to that Punisher, is what I'm trying to get at. But okay. It does not scale. Okay, so it's 1162 no matter what. You can see I'm gaining armor up buffs. So it would have to be something like this. I would have to try to dodge a bit. do my best to parry. Really try not to get hit. And the damage I would deal, like I said, it's a little bit of a bonus. It's more about just trying to gain as much armor as possible. I think that's how the fight's gonna go. And then eventually, not only will I deal some damage with the parries, but my power meter will also be on the rise, along with the armor ups. And I'll be able to get a decent L2 going, maybe. It actually is not going to hit that high because I'm not going to be able to gain the additional the attack, but I still think it'd be better to take that approach. It's going to be some scary gameplay for a bit. Yeah, it really is, especially considering that's at the end of the path. I'm also kind of curious about a built-up Sabretooth, how he would do. I don't expect it to do well. I'm not going to be able to crit that Punisher. Let's go back to that Punisher now. I'm going to take up Sabretooth to rank 5 in this level up event. Not on stream, but I will probably do that, I don't know, after stream or in the morning or something. I'll just to, you know, if I want to make a video out of it, it's easier to do it that way. But that is going to be my next rank up. Sabretooth. And if I could build him up and have all of my Furies ready to go for the time I fight this Punisher, Sabretooth hits pretty damn hard, you know? The concern is, number one, well, the bleed immune, that's not that big of a deal. His bleed damage isn't that big, but it's notable at least. The 200% power gain combined with Aspect of Evolution, however, it's a nightmare to deal with. So Aspect of Evolution, whenever the opponent fills a bar of power, they raise attack, armor, crit rating, crit resistance. Stop on crit resistance for a second. It increases it by 5%. So Sabretooth's crit rating is not very high. Base is only 16.4. I have some additional crit rating from masteries. I don't know exactly what it takes it up to. I'd have to go to like a stat calculator or something. I'm guessing somewhere in the neighborhood of like 27-ish% after considering masteries. So, let's just say like 25, right? So after this guy gains 5 bars of power, I'm no longer able to crit him at all. By the time I get a special 2, I will not be able to crit this guy. I don't know if I'd want to use the special 2 anyway because of how much power he's gaining not only from this, but Aspect of Evolution also gives him increased power rate too. So, I just realized it also increases ability accuracy, which means he's definitely gonna go invulnerable when he gets low. Unless I can kill him with the damage over time effect, like the spores from Omega or something. What's up, Chris? I did like 70% with that Colossus strategy at that Punisher. Really? Holy crap. Wait, like you got Punisher to 70% or you got him to 30%, you're saying? I think you're disrespecting your other champs like Spidey and Void that got you through a lot of content and countless Alliance Wars. They did. They did. I'm mostly thinking about the current state of the game, I guess. And current state of the game, I love Void. 30% left? Damn. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. See, monologuing? I don't know. I guess so, Star. Just kind of thinking out loud. I guess that's monologuing in a way. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. That's awesome. 30% left. That's what I like to hear. Crap. I got distracted by Star's comment. There was something else I was going to say, too. Oh, I guess I was just talking about the current state of the game, which champions I find most useful in, like, actually playing the game, completing real content, not just like, oh, I think I like this champion. I think they're better than this one. In the past, Stark, Spidey, and Void, they did a lot for me. I'm not trying to disrespect him in any way, but it's more of I'm acknowledging how good Colossus actually is. Isn't every stream a monologue? It's fair, yeah. BG, how do you keep yourself motivated to play the game? I usually just come up with stupid challenges like item lists, and that keeps the game fun for me. The game is, first off, the game is very good. I love this game. This is one of my favorite games of all time, which when I downloaded, I was not expecting to say that, but I think this game is awesome. So yeah, first and foremost, it's a very good game. But I have been playing it for a while, and I don't know if I would have gotten bored with it had I not done itemless. I'm sure I'd still enjoy it, but the itemless stuff has really increased the enjoyment for me, I guess. Usually the AQ quest bundles in the store are good value as long as you're not buying units. Hold on, I'm about to lose again? Stark Spidey, don't do this. Say it ain't so, man. Okay, never mind. Wait, hold on. AQ quest bundles in the store. Oh, are you talking about like with the boost packages, basically? Most people buy those packs for the boosts. I mean, the AQ stuff is a nice bonus, but most people that I know of that buy the intermediate, advanced, and intermediate alliance quest bundles, these things, they're not so good, man. No. There's not a lot of ways to get these boosts, so sometimes you do what you gotta do. You buy these things if you want the boosts. If you're competitive in war, having these boosts can give you a big advantage actually over the opponent. I mean, imagine the opponent's not boosting, and you're gaining an additional 55% total health on your champions, not to mention 50% damage too. That's a huge deal. But as far as like if you're thinking, oh, I could use the alliance revives and potions and the boost will be a nice bonus or something like that, no, it's not a good value, man. If the best value when it comes to the alliance potions really comes from the glory store. I've never really looked at the revive, but it's not a terrible value depending on the champions you're using. If you're using someone like Corvus that has like death immunity, but really these level 4 potions are where it's at if you need to get some potions. Or there's special offers that come out, like actual special offers, not just what's listed in the featured store. That's kind of always there. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say is if you're finding yourself running out of these items too quickly, burning too many potions and stuff in Alliance Quest specifically, it may actually be better to go down a level in AQ for your overall resource gain, or really focus your rank ups based on champions that can help you save resources in Alliance Quest. I think that's one of the most important things to get set in this game, is just have a good AQ team where, people are always going to have to use items. Even the best of the best players in this game are going to have to use items. from time to time, but you can really reduce that number a lot. And when you do that, then your glory, you're just good to go spending your glory on all this other good stuff. When you do Abyss itemless, I'm thinking sometime between now and 2050. I'll do it at some point. So I test my skills on Abyss thing. Steadily works. 453 hits. 453 hits, really? So does his slow... I guess his slow does work against the Abyss, because they go unstoppable, right? After 240 hits? But took him down to 56% before I messed up. Only took me 4 tries to find the right rhythm. Nice. Nice. Alright, anyway. Let's get back to it. Looking at 100% Labyrinth, and the boosts are nice. The boosts are nice for it, but at that price, I don't think it's worth it to use those boosts in Labyrinth, personally. It's different for everybody. But I'd rather play it slow, you know, build up some revives from the solo events and, you know, whatever you can find from quests. Have a few in the overflow, stuff like that. Farm potions. Go in there, and if you need to use some units, okay, you know. But hopefully it won't be too many if you're prepared enough with items. Versus buying those packages to use those boosts, they don't last that long. They only last an hour for the biggest ones, less for the ones that aren't the biggest. In general, it's not worth it. Someone got punishment of negative 160k units. Damn. That's crazy. Negative 160k. How many Odins is that? Oh, whoops, I did it wrong. 51 and a half, basically. Let's call it 52. 51, it's 51.6. So 52, oh my god. Oh, boy. Well, could either down payment on a house or unlock your units to use in this game again. Dude, it's I find it funny, but at the same time, think about how messed up it actually is that somebody is cheating the system that hard. Just hoping that they can get away with it, and it's messed up, man. It's messed up. Man, I can't wait to see what the Act 6 rewards are. Not that far away from it, Alex. It's impossible to do Abyss itemless? Right now it is, yeah. That'll translate to units. Each negative credit to pay off is a penny. Oh, really? Huh. Okay, so I mean 160k. So that's 1,600 bucks. If I'm understanding correctly? Well, that's a lot better than 53k. Oh, man, because I lost that match before, I got to do an extra round here. Son of a... Let's change these guys out. PG, when you do Abyss, not going to be for a while, man. No immediate plans. Yeah, okay. Alright. Ah, that's not as funny. It's still pretty funny, though, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I I want to. Here's what I really want to happen. Like, I want them to make that visible in the profile. You know? I don't gotta do these other rounds. Screw that. I want them to make it visible in the profile. So you're looking at the leaderboard, and listen, I'm not saying anything against HQ Sean. It just so happens he's at the top, so I'll use him as an example. Actually, no, I'll use myself as an example, just so there's no confusion. You look at somebody's profile, and it just says like your title is changed to cheater instead of like uncollected or cavalier. It's just changed to cheater, something like that. You know, subtle, nice and subtle. Hey, everybody knows this guy cheats. That's it. Like a public shame? Exactly, yeah. BG just pulled a 5-star Dormammu for the first time. How is he, and does he need to be awakened? Also, what are some good champs for Road to Labyrinth? There's a lot of good champions for Road to Labyrinth. I recommend taking champions that can heal, because it's quite lengthy. You might want some damage over time champions as well that can get around the safeguard. Some power control champions that can help you manage spite. Those types of things. Dormammu's a good champion. He doesn't hit that hard, so a lot of people end up not really using him offensively. But he's a good champion. He's got double immunity. And he's got some interaction with his heavy attack where you can build up these charges and detonate them, where his damage output isn't that bad. But he doesn't hold up compared to some of the other newer characters in this game, you know? Still a good champion to pull. He was once the best defender in the entire game, arguably. Everybody used him as the boss and other areas in the map. He was pretty tough to deal with. But eventually people figured him out, and new champions came out and all that stuff. They nerfed Mystic Dispersion, changed the way dexterity worked, which all kind of affected how strong Dormammu was as a defender. So Brian, my Phoenix is now Sig 40, and I can rank 3 her. Also could Sig 165. Lags. As your level 25 dungeon friend, I have to advise against this move. Please don't do that. Phoenix. Oh. I think Phoenix, out of all of my rank 5s, is the worst one. Even Fraggle Rock really pulled his weight in the skill gate in 6.2.6. I'm not even mad at Fraggle Rock anymore. Phoenix, I'm not saying she's completely useless, but out of my 20 at least, she's bottom of the barrel, man. She's garbage. Please do not rank her. I know you're joking, but good lord. Could do Sparkle's rank 3 unduped? If you need me to meet you in Canada to open up your next 6-star to awaken your Sparkles, I'll do it. I can make that happen. Actually, soon I really can make that happen. Right now I can't even go to Canada. Right now I don't. My passport's expired and all that, but I just got my. Well, actually no. I think right now I could even do that. I don't know. I have like a temporary ID right now that allows me to go to Canada. Got one of those enhanced driver's license things that lets you go to Canada or Mexico as long as it's by land. my actual driver's license is like, coming soon. It's kind of weird because in New Jersey they just gave it to you right there, but here it's like, well, we'll send it to you. Penman wants to know when you're doing Abyss. No time soon. Yeah. I don't know what to say about the Abyss. I talked about it a little bit before. I don't want to keep talking about it. Just no time soon, I guess. And Vancouver meetup? Yeah, man. We can really do it. Never had a paper ID and then they mail you a physical copy? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. I got a bad memory, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in New Jersey, you're at the DMV. You got to get there at like 9 a.m. and they'll get you out by 9 p.m. type of deal because it's an all-day event. It really sucks. But anyway, you get it there. They give you the actual. I'm pretty sure, at least. I mean, I gotta ask Laura now, or maybe someone else in here is from New Jersey that could say. But I'm pretty sure they never mailed it. Mentioned to you 1 or 2 years ago, they should identify cheaters / bans in the profile. At the time, I was looking at the system in Red Dead Redemption. I was thinking about. I never played Red Dead Redemption, but I know. I also never played. What is it? Grand Theft Auto 5. But I've heard at least that they give you like a dunce cap in that game when you're caught cheating. And then I think you play on like a cheaters only server or something. They should do that for this game. It's I don't know if it's actually a good thing for the game or not, but yeah. You get frustrated enough with cheaters not being banned if they're not going to ban them. Because I mean that's really what should happen is like people should just get banned. But if they're really opposed to banning, slap a little cheater title on them, and make it so that they no longer qualify for any of the top rewards, Legends runs, featured champions in the arenas. Just they can keep playing, they can keep spending if they want, keep getting new champions. They just can't take away from the legit players. Dorm's ranked down tickets were data mined when the changes happened, but I guess the outrage wasn't big enough for Kabam to hand them out. He's my top champ at the time. I forgot about that. They never did issue ranked down tickets for any of those champions, I don't think, right? That was an interesting one because it wasn't. I mean, I know. Well, he was nerfed technically with Mystic Dispersion. Maybe that was the reasoning. I don't remember what the reasoning was behind no rank down tickets, but I guess because it was masteries that were being changed and not the champion. But I don't know. I think they should have given out rank down tickets. I wonder what I said back then because I'm a little bit on the fence, but I'm leaning more towards yeah, they should have given out rank down tickets. Dormammu held strong for a while after that still. I think. He was still used as the boss all the time. You know who kind of got it the worst? Here's a champion that went from being a really solid defender to not being a solid defender at all. Morningstar. The way Morningstar worked with Mystic Dispersion, her L2. Her L2 is 3 hits, right? And if you try to dash back and evade her L2, which you have to do sometimes because it's unblockable, with Mystic Dispersion, that was 36% of her full meter. That's over a bar. And then when you attacked, you would also like give them bonus power too, right? Because then like that's the way dexterity works with like the double trigger. I don't know. Either way, man, it was really annoying fighting Morningstar back then. And after that change to Mystic Dispersion, she's easy. In my opinion, she's really easy to fight. Of course, it's gonna help to have a bleed immune champion and stuff. But so ask Laura, not you. Got it. Yeah, basically. Right, you could do the Abyss initial clear with your roster, but an Aegon would help you a bit. I was pretty confident beforehand that I'd be able to do initial clear. I kind of just don't want to lags, man. Alright, I'll say it one more time since we're almost at the end of the stream tonight. I was never really excited for the Abyss. All the data mined info and everything, like it really took away from what I was looking forward to when it comes to the Abyss. I really wanted that fresh experience of not knowing at all what's coming ahead of you. And the maps weren't made public and stuff, but even just knowing that some people have access to maps feels very wrong. But I didn't want to know anything, man. I didn't want to know what the character's special abilities were. None of that. I just wanted to have like a real exploration of the absolute unknown. And once that stuff was already released before the content was even announced, it was just like, okay. I don't know, man. I guess I've always been a little bit different in what I liked, and this is a little bit different too, because I know most people don't care. I know most people were happy that the stuff got data mined, but that's just how I am. So yeah, it makes me not really interested in doing the Abyss. I'll hop in there to test out champions, like see how much damage they can do for the 240 hit thing and stuff like that. But otherwise, yeah, I don't need the rewards right now, so there's no actual rush. I'll do it eventually when I need the rewards. Let me see. Pete, is Pete still doing his run though? We can raid him very soon here. I'm gonna be ending the stream in just a moment. Yeah, Pete's still going, guys. I don't know how long he's been going for, but he was going before I started my stream, so he's got to be pretty damn deep in there. So we'll definitely do a Panda Man raid. As a matter of fact, yeah, that'll be the last round of the arena. Go spin out a couple crystals and raid old Petey boy. PG, even if they ban, they might just buy another account and keep playing. That's very true. It's definitely been the case. There's been people that got banned and just buy another account. We've seen it. I don't even notice Mystic Dispersion in War anymore. I don't notice it a ton. I think part of that has to do with there hasn't been a ton of Mystic Champions released. Against Doom on the right node, Doom's pretty damn tough. And if you trigger Mystic Dispersion, you'll notice it. But the rest of the Mystic Champs, we have plenty of counters for them these days, or, you know, they just were never meant to be that strong of defenders, I guess. Man-Thing, I haven't fought a Man-Thing in war. I never did fight a Man-Thing in war, but I hear he's kind of tough on some nodes. Potentially boss node. I think we died a few times. One of the guys fighting a Man-Thing boss in the alliance died a couple times too. I don't know. Pete stopped for dinner and then came back. Aha, okay. Got it. Link to Pete. I'll link it in just a sec. Let me just double check, make sure I got the right link. Okay, yeah. Got it. Alright, the link to Pete's channel is in the chat. Send him your love. Send him your support. I don't know if he's probably going to go until he clears, I would imagine, if he's been going this long already. So go, like, streaming this late, he could really use the support. So yeah. Do maybe hashtag go Pete go. I don't know. Maybe that's lame. I don't know. Just say what's up. Once again, link to Pete's. Oh, quick super chat before the stream ends. Kels, I hope I'm saying your name right. Sent over £2 though, saying. Hey BG, finally got uncollected earlier, just under a year since I started the game. Thanks for the rank up advice a few days ago. Dude! Whoops. Almost messed up my my stream here. Congrats, man. Congrats on getting uncollected. Nice. Very nice. And glad my advice could help. Awesome. Thank you very much for the £2 as well. But yeah, I'm going to head out for the night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Slim Mike, if you're still in here, thank you very much for being tonight's biggest D. I really appreciate that. Thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something as well. And yeah, go say what's up and show your support to the best hair in MCOC, Mr. Panaman Pete. Good night, everybody.